Page 27, the can-can, very famous melody, well known. On page 26, they're introducing you to the interval of an eighth. I've already talked about eighth. It's an octave. It's a letter to letter. G to G, F to F, D to D. They're octaves because an interval of an eighth. Let's go C to C. Count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Da-da. We use octaves a lot, and you'll get used to the feeling of an octave in the hands. You just know eventually what that feels like, and you'll be able to get your hand in that position and play octaves without even looking at the keyboard eventually. Got to look at first. Now, so what's the inverse of an octave? If you turn an octave over, what is it? And the answer is, it's called a unison. That's a note by itself. It's an interval of a unison, a 1. So 8 and 1 equal 9. Remember the magic number of 9? When you think about inverse intervals, you subtract the number from 9. So a fourth, subtract that from 9, I get a fifth. Well, if I turn it over, put the C on top, that's a fifth. But, well, in 8, turn it over, it's a unison, it's a 1. Just keep it in mind. Okay, let's talk can-can. Look it over, it's a page long with a repeat sign, but it's a page of music to learn. Treble bass clef, no sharps or flats in the key signature. This is in the key of C major, so go to my scale video for C major scale and we'll do the beginner portion. 1 octave up and down, just a few minutes is all it takes. You may not have it perfect and all that, that's fine because you're going to do it day after day and it'll gradually get better. That's what we're after. And then 2 4-time signature. Got eighth notes going nuts. Let's see what we got with the right hander here to start. It is 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2. Now going from the 3rd major to the 4th, we got repeated G's. That's where we're changing hand position. So it's just here. Again, 2nd line, going from the 1st measure to the 2nd, repeated D's, change hand position. Reach up, and now it's a C major scale going down. That's basically the piece. Left hand, well, you got these chords here. I wish they would teach you about chords because it would make it so much easier to explain this. The little finger came down. That's basically what the left hand is doing, so let's put them together. And the left hand has pretty much solid eighth notes that'll keep you steady, I hope. 1, in here. Right hand, 4th finger. Basically the piece, because the last 2 lines are pretty much like the first 2 lines, almost exactly, except the last couple of measures. But you can get those, I'm sure. Now, once I do the hands together, then I'll go back over it as slow as I have to and get rid of any hesitations. Use a metronome if you need to, but no hesitations. And once I've done that, I think about the articulation. They don't give us any. You hear, connect the first 2. That happens all by itself. You don't even have to make it. It just does it when you speed up. Don't try and connect. Don't try and make them long. Just let them bounce along. But the right hand connect it. Yeah, just go ahead and connect it. Now we get down to the end. You go to the beginning, the repeat sign. There it's a repeated note you have to lift up. Then the dynamics. That applies to the melody. It's the right hand. It's loud, heavy. And when you get the 2nd line, last 2 measures, the first note is loud. This is the last 2 measures of the 2nd line now. The first note is loud, soft. Can you do that? Can you do that? And then you're gradually going to go up to very loud, very heavy. Let the wrist collapse a little bit on these. Don't stiffen up and start pounding on it. Let the wrist collapse. You just very heavy. That's all. And how loud you are, it's in relation. If there's somebody sleeping, your very loud isn't going to be very loud at all, but very loud. Now, on the last note, they give you the accent. That makes that one note just a little louder, just a boom. Let the wrist collapse a little bit. Boom on that one. The left hand needs to stay in the background. Then the speed, and it's fast, but it has to be controlled. So how fast can you play the hardest part? What is the hardest part? This? Or the last three measures? However fast you can play that part, that's your speed. It'll speed up later. Now, there is a note above the first line there. Second time, RH, ABA. That means when you repeat it, second time, right hand goes up an octave. Instead of going from here to here, just lift up and come. That's fine. Left hand stays where it's at. That's my Allegro for now. Give me another cup of coffee or two. I could probably speed that up a bit. Your Allegro doesn't have to go that fast. You could go here. It's not really Allegro, but if that's the way you do it and you got to do it accurately, that's good enough for now. You go back through these books, I hope, for fun later on and just play through them, and you'll find you'll play them faster and better each time. Let's play this together very slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. Not doing the dynamics, not the louds or softs, just the notes and the rhythms, and we will repeat it. So I'll give us 2 quarter notes to come in, but I'm putting the metronome on 8th notes again. Ready, and go, and.